Do you have two of the same? Oh yeah, that's something interesting to mention. Is that with never mind, I'll mention it later. Alright, we're now done with the Mastery Adventure, so we unlock some more stuff for the editor, including those building blocks over here. Pretty cool. Along with the wooden blocks, along with the explosive block. Along with racetrack pieces. So yeah, pretty cool. And is that it? No, actually, we've got some creativity toys as well. A trigger, action button, target, repeater, party cannon, falling off. Pretty much everything we saw in the tutorial, plus some stuff like a counter, to where you can count stuff up, to where after a certain amount, after like a certain amount of times that the counter has been activated, another thing will happen. Along with stuff like the power switch, where you can apply certain stuff to either an on or off function. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright, so for adventures, we have... Okay, so every character in Disney Infinity has their own unique Toy Box adventure. With Mr. Incredible, we have Mr. Incredible the Hero. You have all your packs and tools to help you release the townspeople caught in the snow globes before the Omnidroid smash them. So, yeah. Adventures are pretty much small little mini-games you can play, which have their own medal system, where depending on how well you do in them, you'll get either bronze, silver, or gold medals. Honestly, it should have been how the challenges and the playset should have been formatted, but whatever. And we also have a symbol next to the title showing different player headers, showing, I believe, 4 of them. That indicates that you can play pretty much all of these Toy Box adventures with up to 4 players, which is how a lot of them were designed. So if you didn't know, in Disney Infinity, in the Toy Box mode, you were actually able to play with others online, with up to 4 players in specifically the Toy Box mode. And so because of that, a lot of these Toy Box adventures, or pretty much all of them, are designed with having up to 4 players in mind. So it'll be kind of interesting.
To rescue the townspeople, destroy the domes before time runs out.
Alright. So yeah, for Mr. Incredible's adventure, we just have to go around this little area and let free all of the townspeople. In the domes. We have a minute to do so. Don't worry though, we have the packs and tools, which we pretty much have all of them unlockable in the playsets. Like the blunderbuss, which still takes an eternity to reload. However, it actually doesn't depend on the strength of your weapon. What destroying these depends on is how many hits you can get on them, rather than the overall strength of them. So yeah, we got one, and got a bronze medal for it. Pretty simple. Now we have more time. So I guess there are separate time limits for each of the domes that you destroy. All right, like this one. I guess they all have Snow White in them. Interesting. Well, I guess we gotta rescue Snow White. I don't know. I don't get the logic. Maybe we should put on a pack, just for the heck of it. Ooh, you know what? The Crow Wing pack would probably be useful to fly over everything. Great. Alright, 20 hits for this, I guess, dome. Call it. I keep on thinking whether I should call it a snow globe, like the game suggests, or a safety dome, which is the actual name of it. However, these enemies are probably going to get in my way. So yeah, the overall score actually does not depend on how many enemies you defeat. It's simply on how many domes you destroy, which, yeah, there we go. We got a gold medal, which ends the adventure. I believe if you do this in multiplayer, the game will keep going until the timer runs out. And at least I think that's the case, to where after the timer runs out, it'll tally up everyone's score, and you'll have like an official winner and everything. However, if you're on your own, the adventure just ends after you have gotten all 3 domes. People saved, enemies defeated, and yeah, high score. We collected 2 sparks. Nice. But yeah, that's Mr. Incredible's Toy Box Adventure. There's Wreck-It Ralph. Don't worry, we'll be able to play as him later. But for now,
What do you say? Are you up for a little more?
wonder if we should stick with Mr. Incredible. Sure, because I want to play as each character in the toy box at the very least until they level up to level 10, which gives them a gold statue in the Hall of Heroes. So, let's go ahead and do the, I guess the standard toy box adventures, which are accessible with every character. And I believe there are 9 of them. Interesting. Interesting amount. And I believe some of these are actually, you unlock these through doing the Mastery Adventures. If you don't do the Mastery Adventures, you're just stuck with the character-specific Toy Box Adventure. However, you will unlock these by doing the Dynamics Mastery with the Castles and Slingshots, the Combat Mastery with Sumo, Gladiator Arena, and Dome Defense, and with the Driving Mastery, you'll unlock the Battle Race, Lap Race, Battle Race Reverse, Lap Race Reverse, and Off-Road. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the first option we have, Castles and Slingshots. Try to keep your spheres whole while searching out and destroying the spheres in other castles. So yeah, this one is especially designed for multiplayer because pretty much within multiplayer you'll have, multiple different castles that are trying to seek other and also that's nice that it's procedurally generating as we've already entered it. So yeah, we have to search through the castles, which are made of what's called blip blocks. Blip blocks are pretty much kind of like the dynamic blocks, however, they're a bit more static. However, if you hit them in any way, they will disappear. I forget if they can be reset with the reset-o-matic, though. I'll check that later. So yeah, use your slingshot to find and destroy the spheres and other castles. We just need 3 spheres for a gold medal. Which, considering all of these different castles we have, and we only have 1 projectile to throw with our slingshot in the toy box mode, which, by the way, yes, the slingshot is usable in the toy box mode. We have a whole bunch of different projectiles to choose from. And so yeah, look at that. We already have a bronze medal. We're also on a time limit of, yeah, only like, I think, a minute. So we better hurry and find this last egg. Come on. There it is! There was 2 of them, actually. So nice. Also, we still have a bunch of time. Again, this was obviously designed for multiplayer, to where pretty much each of the players would compete for the highest score and finding the most eggs, which, okay, I was about to say, can we find the egg in our own castle? It's too late now. But yeah, it also tallies how many blocks you destroy, so I guess that's also something you could compete your friends over, like who destroys the most blip blocks. So yeah, there we go. Okay, whatever that was. Anyway, so for the Toy Box Adventures, each time you earn a medal in an adventure, you will receive a star. You'll also receive a spin token. So yeah, you could earn up to 3 gold stars and 3 spin tokens for each Toy Box Adventure. A good way to rack up some spin tokens, especially if you're using guest characters, which you cannot level up and gain spin tokens from. It's pretty much using a figure that's been owned by a different player's account. It's kind of interesting how they're able to track that. I don't know.
I gotta say, it's good to be back.
But anyways, let's go ahead and do more adventures. Such as Sumo. This is one of my favorites. Stay on solid ground as long as possible while the ground disappears out from underneath you. Alright. So yeah, it's kind of more of a time-based combat event. Or combat adventure. I don't know why I said event. Using mini toys that move, animate, or break is fine for local play, but can affect network play. So yeah, look out for that. I'll get into what that means later. Alright, straight to the point. Try and stay on the blocks as long as you can. We'll get gold for over 3 minutes. So yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of more of an endurance-based combat event where you try to survive as long as possible. I think you could like die from the enemies as many times as you can if you run out of health. Although I don't know. By the way, we're also given tools that'll randomly spawn. We actually cannot select them from the tools and packs menu. We just have to get what we're given. And so yeah, over time, more and more enemies will spawn as more and more of the ground disappears. We even have jack-o'-lanterns to throw at our enemies. And of course, more Omnidroids. By the way, for some of these, actually for most of the Toy Box adventures, the sky backdrop will actually change depending on who you're playing as. So say if you're playing it as Incredibles character, a Metroville themed sky will show up specifically for the Incredibles characters. And so like if you're playing as a Monsters University character, by the way, we got a feat, straight shooting. We also got an achievement, not last. Complete 3 adventures to bronze standard. Cool. We also got a feat. So feats are pretty much an in-game achievement system for specifically the Toy Box mode. It's kind of like the gold star missions in the playsets. However, there are a ton of these, as that scroll bar suggests on the left. So yeah, gonna have a lot of fun doing these. We've also already completed some. I believe we did these 3 in the first episode. We got straight shooting. Shoot 10 objects in 1 session. Well, alright. We got a bronze medal already. But can we survive another 2 minutes? I don't know. We also get spark capsules, by the way, which can help level up our character. There we go. And so yeah, no! Dang it.
Who's ready for another round?
Tag. Nah, but I spoke way too soon. And so yeah, it tallies up how many enemies defeated. Also, apparently, my character is still being attacked even during the results screen. That's really funny, actually. We'll get to see Mr. Incredible get beat up. He's not coming back, is he? Oh, no, he is. And we get to see him get beaten up even more.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah, we could probably watch this for hours. Anyways, let's not. Let's try to actually get the gold medal this time. I can do this. Alright, you. Well, if you consider we play as Mr. Incredible, we could just pick some of these guys up and throw them off. Okay, way to tease me, game. Whatever. We also have bombs! Which, yeah, destroys Omnidroids in 1 hit. We also have the Pixar ball over there. I don't know how good that is for attacking, but it might do some decent knockback at least. We also have the blocks. Blocks can actually, these death blocks with skulls on them, that's actually the design taken from the Emperor's New Groove, to where it's a skull that's actually like a folded up llama symbol. And I know, pretty funny. It was used by the villain of that film to try to kill the Emperor of I don't even remember where the setting of that film is called. But yeah, the villain tries to have the main character Kuzco, of course played by David Spade, try to have him drink a death potion, but it ended up turning out to be a llama potion, and he turns into a llama, and hilarity ensues. So yeah, kind of cool how they use the design specifically from that, you know? That's the thing about this game. There could be some pretty cool, like, I guess you could say deep-cut Disney references, even though nowadays The Emperor's New Groove is a pretty popular movie, has gained quite the cult following, but I don't really know if it was that popular in 2013. Especially since the film didn't really do well during its theatrical run. It actually was considered a financial flop. But, yeah, ain't that interesting. And I believe that's pretty much the only Emperor's New Groove content in this entire game. However, thankfully in 2.0 and 3.0 edition, there would be more Emperor's New Groove content, such as a townsperson of Cuzco. By the way, we got an achievement, almost there, which I believe is for getting a silver... Oh, come on! Man, right as they helped me out. This time we got a silver medal. Ugh. I guess that's the reason why I like this adventure so much, was that it's actually difficult, but also really fun. Like, to where it's like, I guess, like I said, it's difficult, but it's such a well-designed game that you just kind of want to keep going. You know, to try to get gold medal. The game keeps on motivating you to come back, I guess just by existing, because it doesn't really do anything other than just being fun, you know. I'm sure it'd also be really fun with 4 players, or even 2 players in a local multiplayer, which I might actually do that in this playthrough. Who knows? I'll have to see what my friends' schedules are. But anyways, yeah, we have the Star Command Blaster now, which deals with these Omnijoys with no problem at all. Screw that Pirate Bomb, I'm keeping this. There is also the baseball shooter over there from Phineas and Ferb, actually. Speaking of that show, I get to mention that again. Alright, there's also the toilet paper launcher, which I believe actually does some pretty good knockback. Yeah, look at that. Well, that also works. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I kind of like this. Kind of interesting that toilet paper does that much damage to a metallic robot, but let's just not question it. These are toys, after all. We can make up whatever rules we want. Which is probably... It was probably what the developers used as an excuse for errors in this game, but there aren't too many. There are a few, though. Like, this game's not perfect. I never said it was. It's just a game that I still really enjoy. Which I think all of us have that kind of game. I mean, just look at Bethesda. Oh, come on! Ah! I hate how as soon as you're, like, you know, in mid-air and get knocked back, there is no coming back. I think I said this before, but in later Disney Infinity games, there would be what's called mid-air recovery, to where you can actually, you know, get some jumps out of, if you get knocked back by an enemy. Ugh. But I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. I have to do this. It's my destiny! And we're immediately given a good weapon. Should probably stay in the middle so that, like, I don't get like knocked back too far to where I end up on the edge. So like I'm pretty much the farthest from the edges if I'm in the middle. Also nice that the enemies can hit the death block. That's really cool. I'm pretty sure this game actually does have friendly fire, so where enemies can actually damage each other, which can lead to some pretty humorous results sometimes, I'm sure. Yeah, I guess this works. Especially since I'm pretty sure the tools always spawn in the middle of a block. So if we're in between blocks, we'll never grab them. It's genius, I tell ya. My plan is straight up genius. Except for if I want those sparks over there. I kind of want them. There we go. Wow, he was gonna fall anyway. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the AI enemies in this game definitely are not the smartest. Like, look at this guy. Wow. Cool. I guess they just don't know where the ground is. It's gonna happen again. Yep. Cool. Alright, that works. Alright, making pretty good progress. Now, I think the blocks actually disappear in the same order every time you play this adventure, although I could be wrong about that. Which could give us some replay value, so where it's different every time. Which is good, because like I said, this is one of my favorites in this game, in terms of Toy Box Adventures. Yeah, like I said before, got the silver medal, by the way. Like I said, more and more enemies will spawn the more you dive into this adventure. So, yeah, we have a whole bunch of enemies now. Might need to start using our ground pound to get these guys out of our proximity. Get out of here. Although I don't think these guys have, like, ranged attacks, do they? It's funny, because there's different colors for these, Okay, never mind. They do have projectiles. Alright. That works. Boom! There we go. We got the gold medal. We got an achievement. It's all gold. For, I believe, getting 3 gold medals in Toy Box Adventures. Or getting gold medal in 3 Toy Box Adventures. Also, look at these guys. It's crazy. They just keep on spawning them. And also, now we know where all of the tools are stored. Right there. Cool. And there we go. We survived to the last block. Nice. Don't worry, it resets after that. So we won't fall forever. But yeah, that's kind of funny that you're pretty much forced to die no matter what. At exactly 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Wow. Alright, so yeah, we collected 171 sparks from that. Pretty cool. Yeah. That was worth it. Well, maybe it depends on who you ask. Also, you may have noticed that the achievement, It's All Gold, is worth 100 gamer score. Or has a gamer score of 100. Isn't that something? So, a pretty easy achievement overall that you get a lot of gamer score out of. Alright, so for Sumo, one thing that is very interesting is that if we use specific characters, we can kind of cheat on the adventure. Check this out. If we play as a character like Violet, who can turn invisible, by the way. Which, by the way, yeah, Violet's Toy Box is, Toy Box Adventure is Violet's stealth mission. We'll get to that later. For Sumo, check this out. It's really funny that you can do this. That's me popping my fingers, by the way.
Stay on the blocks as long as you can.
Alright. So yeah, like I said before, Violet can turn invisible. And cannot be noticed by enemies. So, no joke, you can stand in the middle of the arena and enemies will not bother you in the slightest. How funny is that? So you can just stand here and do nothing and the game will pretty much beat itself, you know? At least I think. Yep. Pretty much. It even tells us to press a certain button to attack. Yeah, about that game. About that. Although the only problem is that over time the arena will pretty much just huddle with or pretty much enemies will, yeah, kind of fill the entire arena. Although who knows, they might hit the death block on accident. Or I can, you know, that works. Got a bronze medal for doing literally nothing. Wow. Man, you guys thought you guys thought those videos of Luigi winning at Mario Party for doing nothing was impressive? Well, how's Violet beating Disney Infinity's Sumo adventure by doing absolutely nothing? You know? Wow. And yeah, the enemies, like I said before, the enemies will just straight up walk off the arena. It's really funny. Just walk off the stage. Wow. I mean, at least there's water below, so at least we know they'll be safe, at least. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention, is, sometimes if, like, the death block collides with you, you'll kind of trip from it, and that will actually disable your invisibility. Like that. So that's kind of the only thing you want to look out for. It's not just as easy as, like, standing still and pretty much putting the controller down and going to do something else. You still have to pay attention to the game, but it definitely makes things a whole lot easier. Jeez. Forget the name of the king from Tangle, but he definitely should have hired better guards. 'Cause look at this. Should probably edit in like a slide whistle sound effect for each time they fall. That would be funny. We got a gold medal! From not attacking a single enemy. Wow. I guess you could call this the pacifist run of Sumo. Look at this. Uh-oh. Alright. We still got a gold medal. How cool is that? But yeah. Just wanted to show that off because I thought it was funny. You could do this you could do the same thing with Randall, by the way. Because with his sneak move, he could turn invisible through that and enemies won't notice him. So yeah, you could do the exact same thing. Super funny.